the science of conversation. We all do it. And we all need to do it. That's what connects us emotionally and professionally. Conversation is very important. And when we start conversations, there is a science to it. The first thing that we usually do when we first meet someone is small talk. Just to connect with someone, see how they are, see what mood they are in, and see how you're connecting with them. So small talk, what would that be? You're at a party. Boy, this is a big party, isn't it? Just to make that connection. Then you have fact disclosure. After you've talked a little bit, usually you go into, yeah, I've lived in town about 36 years, or I'm a writer, and the other person exchanges those kind of facts with you. Then if you talk a little bit longer, it usually goes into viewpoints or opinions. Sometimes they're negative, and when you usually start a conversation with someone, you try to keep it positive. But that could be about politics, which these days would usually be negative, but and what's going on in the world. The fourth one is when you really go deeper with someone, and that's when you're sharing your own personal feelings and what's going on in your life. You know, I just got fired, or I'm having problems with my spouse. And a lot of times when you get to that level, because you've done all these 3 levels, you know that you feel comfortable with that person. Now, the art of conversation through all of this is listening and being engaged with that other person. We all get nervous, especially when we're meeting people that, you know, we sometimes get intimidated by. We get nervous, but the best thing to get over those nerves is to focus on them instead of ourselves. Not how we're presenting ourselves, not am I stuttering or did I say that word wrong, but noticing, oh gosh, that person's dressed nicely, and they, you know, they have a friendly look on their face, but they look a bit troubled. I could see that. I'm going to ask them if they're stressed out. So those are the ways. And then the last thing too in the art is the open-ended questions, like the whys and the hows. So instead of saying something like, did you come to California for business, which would be a yes or no, would be more open-ended is, why did you move to California? And then you get a more full answer. Now, part of this speech in this manual is to actually have someone come up, and Jenny is my volunteer tonight. And we're going to role play, being at a big party, and we're role playing where she's a shy person feeling very shy at this party, and I, using my wonderful communication skills, are going to try to draw her out. So you may come over here and meet me now. Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name's Tracy. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Jenny. It's a huge party, isn't it?
It is. How did you learn about the party?
Well, my friend Andrea and Jim invited me. And do you know them?
Yes, I know Andrea from my Toastmasters group.
Oh, do you know? Well, that's great. So, what do you think of their house? Their house. Their party's big. Their house is big. What do you think of their
Beautiful.
home?
I mean, the view of the ocean, of the whole downtown. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It is very pretty. We're so lucky to be here at this
Yes,
house too, because I think,
yeah.
you know, even though it's a big party, I think they only invited the people that they really liked. So we're very lucky to be here. We are very special.
I feel quite special.
Now, I have to share this with you. Sometimes these big parties, I get really nervous. Do you ever feel that in these big social gatherings?
Yes, very much.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we're talking now. We should go get some hors d'oeuvres and get all the
I
good
think we
ones
should
before.
go get alcohol.
She's a wonderful volunteer. I meet her at future parties. So what I did there was that I used my own, this wasn't in the manual, but sometimes when I can tell it's okay with them, I'll touch their arm. I try to connect with them. And I will be honest, if I tell that maybe they're feeling a little nervous, I will share that I'm feeling nervous, and sometimes that brings people's nerves down, and then try to get a common thing going where I feel like if we want to continue the conversation, let's go get some orders. And then she mentioned getting a drink. Anyone in the audience ever feel nervous when you've been at a social gathering and have lost your words? Raise your hands if you have. I think almost everyone in the room. I know I have. And I know that it's especially when I have forgotten to clue in with the person I'm talking about, or two, I should say. So I have to remind myself, and I'm reminding all of you, to really stay grounded, really just be, you know that saying, be in the here and now. Be in the here and now with that person or people you're interacting with, and you will lose your your nerves. Not your nerves, your nerves. And with that.